So, okay, okay, are you gonna take out papers for the council? Then I don't want to hear anything you have said. Always good to see you, Tim. I'll buy your copy if you don't, that's the one way. This is why we don't. That's my.
Thank you very much. I'm around all of you. I'll be right here. I don't like that to it. Whatever the majority likes. Right, so anything, but you never know. Right? Okay. However, we don't know. Everything is open. And we don't know what.
After 5 o'clock.
No.
Right, as soon as we get our Wayward Council back, we'll get started.
Mr. Mayor,
Wayward Council.
Mr. Mayor, I need just a few minutes.
Sure. And that's what we call in front of you.
There you go.
Mike,
I had to walk, get some blood flow.
I need just a few minutes.
You don't need a name tag, trust me, people know. People know.
I just want to spell it like. When, you know, when I get the game. I mean. Wow. Or they just look at it.
I don't know. Is the whole reason you don't want the newspaper involved, can't blow it up.
What, for the notifications?
Can't read them. Arms aren't long enough anymore. Sorry. Oh, goodness. Sorry, that was horrible. Cheap shot. I only say that because I have recently identified the fact that I have to have my wife hold my phone at times so I can read the message.
I'm the same thing. He's like, I certainly do. I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, no way."
45 years,
He's like,
45 years
I-
old.
he's like,
All set?
Better than, well, better than 30. Isn't
All
that
right, ready, folks?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Boom. All right, I will call a meeting to order. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the March 19th, 2024 Council Chambers meeting. I would like to welcome everybody and thank you for showing up. We have quite an audience this evening. This is fantastic. So what I'd like to do is invite everybody to stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance with me, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. We We may have just a moment of silence, please. A moment of silence, please. All right, thank you all very much. Let's move on to number 4, the adoption of the minutes of the town council meeting, March 6, 2024. Look for a motion from the council, please.
Make a motion that we adopt town council meeting of March 6, 2024.
Second.
Moving to second, any questions or comments, council? Changes, modifications, clarifications? All right, very well, hearing none, I sense we're ready to vote. All those in favor of the adoption of the town council meeting minutes on March 6, 2024 as written, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Ayes have it. The town council meeting minutes for March 26, 2024 pass. My pen doesn't work. All right, let's move on to number 5, presentations, congratulations and introductions. We have a presentation for the Somerset County Broadband Coalition with Elizabeth Caruso, Broadband Director. Please, floor is yours.
No, thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity. I have flyers to pass out to you so you can look at it. So yes, I am here from Somerset Economic Development. You may know Christian Savage, our Executive Director, but I'm the Broadband Director for the county on behalf of SCDC. And I am traveling to all the towns in Somerset County to make sure you're aware of a program that we have to benefit your residents. So not sure if you're aware, but a lot of grant funding has come into the state of Maine that prompted the state to produce a broadband plan for the state, and Somerset County also has a broadband plan that was built into that. About a year ago, we formed a coalition for that purpose. So when you think of broadband, you may just be thinking of fiber or the connection, right? But what this program is about is actually helping the users navigate the digital world. And there is a bridge, there is a big gap that we need to bridge, because many users struggle for various reasons to navigate technology. And we are focusing on many people who fall into the categories that are in Somerset County: rural, low income, maybe, you know, seniors, veterans, people who didn't grow up with technology. And for, you know, it used to be the internet was a luxury, now it's more the utility. And so it's very important for a prosperous society and for prospering individuals if we help them in the areas that they struggle. So we have a 3-prong approach, and that's what this brochure is about. We're trying to help people find affordable internet, affordable devices, because many people can't afford devices. And then also, they may have a device, they may have an internet connection, but they don't know how to use their devices properly or effectively to help them for school, for work, for navigating doctor's appointments, communicating with family and that sort of thing. So if you see in your flyer here that we have, unfortunately, the top left has lost its funding, that the federal funding for the ACP program, which was a way to save $30 off a month off of your internet bill. They discontinued that until the funding is found, okay? But our website, somersetbroadband.org, which is part of the SCDC, is very useful for people to find who an ISP, who an internet service provider would be for their town. So we recommend going there. On the bottom left side, we also talk about affordable and public devices. So many times right now, people are trying to, they don't have a device at home, they go to usually their libraries to get a public access device. So we have a place on our website, it lists all the different libraries and the hours that people can do that. We are also, I'm not sure what you have here, but your Pittsfield Public Library is one of our coalition partners. So we have 32 partners so far in Somerset County, and the library is one. if you needed a public access device, for example, somewhere here in your town office, we would be willing to donate one for you if people needed that. So that's something that you could let us know. But we are partnering with the Give IT, Get IT in Waterville. The owners live right here in Somerset County in Bingham. But that's a great company. It's been around for decades, and they take high-end computer devices. They refurbish them and they sell them at an affordable price. So they clean them all out, they put in new hard drives, they have desktops, laptops, they have brand new tablets. They don't refurbish those because they don't have a long lifespan. But individuals and families and nonprofits are welcome to go onto that website. The link is right here in our brochure, plus you can find them on our website, and apply for a device. If they are income eligible, they will get it greatly discounted. They can get a laptop for about $100. That laptop is one that wouldn't have Microsoft Office. And if they wanted one with Microsoft Office, then it would be slightly more, maybe $50 more, maybe $100 more. They build it to the needs of the individual. So if you need it for school, if you need it for work, that's the goal. This isn't for playing video games. This is something to help people prosper in the area of life that they need. You can also go there if you aren't income eligible, you can still get one at a greatly discounted rate. I got one for my son for college. It was 25% of what I would normally pay. So it's a great opportunity, and it's right here in Waterville. So on the right-hand side is another aspect of our program, and this is helping people use their devices. We are partnering with the National Digital Equity Center, and they offer free digital skills computer classes to anyone who's in Maine. So you can take these online at home, or you can go to one of our partner locations, and they're all over the state, and you can take them in person. They are 1 hour long, they are free. They are live and interactive. The max is 10 people. So these are small classes where you're talking to the teacher throughout the class. In Somerset County, we used to only have 2 locations where people could take these classes. One at Skowhegan Adult Ed, one at the Skowhegan Library. Now there are 19 places in Somerset, and it's growing. Again, you can go onto the website right here, the NDEC website at the link, or on our website, and we will direct you to it. The classes are everything from Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Google Docs, Google Drive, how to design a website, how to navigate safely, internet safety, identifying frauds and scams, how to use email, how to use Windows, Android, all the things that people struggle with that we all, like I can learn something in all those classes. If you need, a lot of times people need one-on-one help, and we have a digital navigator that will travel. We have a form that you can fill out. You can make copies of it and send it to so people can pick it up, or they could go online and sign up online, and they can get one-on-one tech support. And we're also partnering with the Skowhegan Adult Ed. They have a tech spot one-on-one right in the Skowhegan Municipal Building. People can sign up, make an appointment, and get help for whatever they need. So we just wanted to make sure that you're aware of that. We'd love for you to help us bring awareness to your citizens. We'd love to start working with the Pittsfield Library and offer classes there, help their devices if they need to upgrade devices. And I'm happy to take any questions.
All right, anyone in the audience have any questions for Ms. Crusoe? Quick question, do you have more pamphlets that you could hand out to anyone else?
There's some extras over here.
Okay, very good. All right, well, we
Did
can
you get one,
write,
Heather? Want someone back down?
No, I have one.
Oh, that's sorry. Oh, and I have plenty.
we can write on the desk there.
Sure.
Any, council, any questions? Yeah.
I have 2 questions. So a lot of the information that you have here is accessible through the internet and on websites. So how do people access that information if they don't have a computer and they're not on the internet yet? Where can they go?
Well, that's why we're
Like,
here.
how are you reaching people that don't have the services yet?
Yeah, so that's why we have a coalition of 32 organizations. So we're in the libraries, we're in Somerset Public Health, KV CAP, we're in the jail, once a week teaching classes, we're at recovery residences, we are at the local Grange and Fairfield, we're at churches. And we're coming to the towns
Okay,
so that you can put these brochures at your clerk's desk or the tax collector's desk, and when people come in, they can pick one up. I have these flyers here that you could put up if you have bulletin boards, or you could post it on your website. So you reach people that we don't. And, however that is, and then also, you know, a lot of people like us, we have older parents that can benefit from this. And so maybe they're not online, but someone who is can tell them about it.
my second question, the library can be a site for these digital classes if people want to gain the skills and they don't have a device yet, they can go to the library and do the classes. through
So,
there.
so when we have arrangements, when we have like an MOU the libraries have agreed to do it, yes. So you had a librarian when we first started, a year ago. And she was very active, very interested. She had the space, the classroom space. And then, when there was a transition, the other librarian, which is very interested, but she didn't have the manpower to do, she felt like she could devote to it. So I'm still hoping. But we will come and facilitate the classes also for our partners, until they feel comfortable and willing to do it. We also sent a stipend to her, to help with this.
So you're looking for the library to actually provide the staff to be able to interact with these classes?
So the way it works is they are live classes, but they are virtual. So if you're gonna sign up for a class, you could take it at home, they send you a Zoom link and you would connect. If you're going to take it at a partner location, it is also via Zoom, but we have a live person there in the room facilitating the class, working with everyone. And again, it's very interactive. So we will facilitate the class for the Pittsfield Library. But a lot of times, eventually, they want to do it themselves. It's
Okay.
not that demanding.
The other question I had, I swear it's the last one, if people want the one-on-one help, can they have that be at the library using one of the library computers? Does it have to be like in their home or?
Right, so currently, we don't have staff go to people's homes.
Okay, so it has to be,
It has to be at a safe space.
okay, that's fine.
But there may be opportunities. I'm not even sure if the Skowhegan adult ed offers that to the home. But yes, they can just go onto the NDE website. There's a link that says need help, or they can fill out one of these forms, and we will have a digital navigator meet one-on-one, like at the library, because they are part of our coalition. Or at the town office, if you had a space and you wanted to participate, that would be fun too.
And all this information is going out to the schools as well for children that may need devices or
Well, a lot of the schools they give devices
they're providing
to,
those?
yeah,
Okay.
but the families who don't, like, a lot of times the kids have to give back their devices at the end of the school year, and then some families just don't have them. And so we can help those families.
Yeah, because I know a lot of parents are interacting with teachers and the school through their devices, either through Google Sheets or Google Docs or any of those other programs to help with like organizing education things. So there may be like parents of the children that
Yeah.
need them too.
Yeah, it's open to anyone in need.
Thank you.
That's what we want to do.
All set? Council, anything else?
Just gonna say, Liz, we can schedule a meeting with the library director and get something figured out.
Great, that'd be great. Here's the flyers and the help. And if you need more brochure, nothing people.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for the presentation. All right, so next on presentations, congratulations and introductions, Sebasco Valley Elks Lodge, a diaper drive donation. I will introduce the current secretary and the past exalted rule for Sebasco Valley Elks Lodge, Mr. Michael Havey. Floor is yours. Till it isn't. All right, that's a $5 penalty right there. You just harshed our hope there. Go ahead, Mike, please.
I'll turn this way too, so I don't have to put my back to you guys if anybody has any questions. Every year, the Elks has a chance to, apply for grants. We was eligible to apply for, 3 grants this year for $8,500. There's different grants. Some are 2,000, some are 2,500, some are 4,000. Last year, the grant that I proposed this year is, we did the library last year, Pittsfield Public Library. We went out and bought $2,000 worth of coats, hats, mittens. And if anybody wanted to, the needed some coats, so they could just come right to the library, they could pick out a coat, no questions asked. So this year, as I was sitting behind the computer and stuff, this grant that I was looking at, it was like 5 categories that we could apply for. So I know, I remember in the past that the police department has done the diaper drive, and one of them was you could have what they call a baby shower. It's a $2,000 grant. So I applied, told them that they have to get mostly diapers, wipes, they can get onesies. And after the check is done, they'll have to go buy the material, get the receipts, give it to me, and then we would go back on the computer and close out the grant. So I'm here tonight to present the Pittsfield Police Department a $2,000 grant for their diaper drive on behalf of Sebastian Valley Elks and the Grand Lodge of Elks. So I'd like to present the chief $2,000 for the diaper drive.
Well, on behalf of the police department, I'm very happy to receive this. What's nice about this, as you know, there has been a diaper drive in the last few years, but that actually gets distributed in different community. With these funds, we've already discussed that we're going to keep it within our community. That's the plans. I can buy the diapers at cost from Danforth, again, keeping it in the community and again, distributing it to the community. So this is a win-win for us. So appreciate you.
What's that?
And if anybody's interested, we do have applications down there. Anybody who wants to join the Elks. It's a good organization.
You couldn't resist, could you?
I'll sponsor you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Michael. Excellent work. All right, thank you very much. So let's move on to public hearings, none scheduled this evening, and we shall move right into reports. And I shall yield Town Manager, Mr. Jacob Green, Town Manager's report, and if you want to continue into the other two. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. The Main Street Committee met on March 12th to finish reviewing the initial concepts of the BPI project. Last week, I met with several stakeholders impacted by the project and have a couple other meetings left to schedule in the near future. Once those stakeholder meetings have wrapped up, the next step will be for the consultants to present those initial concepts to the full council, which we will be scheduling. We received word from Senator Collins' office that $1,056,000 has been included in the FY 2024 Interior and Environment Appropriations Bill for the Birchwood Terrace project. The bill has passed the Senate and the House of Representatives and now heads to the President's desk to be signed into law. Our new staff member in the Finance Department, Angel, who is here with us tonight, give us a wave, Angel, started last Monday. Angel is very customer service oriented and is doing a great job learning to operate our various programs. Welcome to Angel. Town currently has openings for a part-time cemetery sexton, full-time recycling center attendant, and 2 full-time positions in the Public Works Department. We have an interview scheduled this week for a candidate for the sexton position. But Donnie has not had very many applications turned in for the public works or recycling positions, so those seeking employment are encouraged to apply. And a reminder that the Easter egg hunt at the Pinnacle is next Saturday, March 30th, starting at 11 a.m. There will be breakfast at the Broken Putter from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And parking will be at the Puritan parking lot with a shuttle provided by MCI to and from the event. The department, last time I knew, I believe had ordered 6,000 eggs in preparation of this fun celebration. and it is certainly sure to be a good time. And finally, I will be out of state on vacation starting this Saturday and will be returning the following Sunday. Also included in your packet are the department head reports and February 2024 expense and revenue reports. And some of our department heads are in attendance this evening and can answer any questions you have on their reports.
All set? All right, you are gonna answer your phone though, right?
If you really need to call,
I have his wife's phone number.
Oh, there you go. We're all set. We'll get you.
That's even worse.
Thank you, Jacob. All right, old business. There is none for this evening. We shall move on to number 9, new business. And Jacob, if you would, let's start with resolution 24-34, please.
resolution approving the solid waste disposal agreement with Waste Management Disposal Services of Maine Incorporated for the period of November 1st, 2024 to October 31, 2029.
I'll look for a motion from the council, please.
Make a motion that we adopt resolution 2434.
Second. Move to second. Thank you, gentlemen. Any questions or comments from the audience? Jacob, you feel this needs clarification?
Well, Donnie, where are you? Donnie, if you want to provide some.
You give us a 2.5-minute update on what it's all about, and if you'd be willing to hang out and answer questions if there are some.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Don, Public Works Director, also in the transfer station. Basically, traditionally, we've done our solid waste, we've put it out to bid. In the last 5 years, we've had 3 corporations dissolve, so our choices are pretty limited at this time. We've had a long-term relationship with Waste Management. They've always given us competitive pricing based on our tonnages, our traditional tonnages of what we're sending to them. And they usually give us better pricing based on a 5-year contract deal. There are 2 left in the state. Waste Management is doing the Ridge up in Old Town. Obviously, the big thing for us, we own a truck and trucking. So it's a lot cheaper to truck it to Waste Management, plus the pricing is right on point. If you look back, I believe it was in 2002 when I took over the recycling, the transfer station program, we were paying $75 a ton. Back in 2002, and they got our pricing, I got the pricing down to the $40 range. So what we're paying now is still less. If you look at the list of the towns, I think we had that as a thing of what they're actually paying per ton. So again, long-term relationships, business relationships, with Waste Management, they've never treated us wrong. They have been a top-notch company out of Houston, Texas, and their people that sit down there are excellent. So I can use them anytime you can. Questions about solid waste recycling, they're a huge resource. And I think this would be a no-brainer as far as us renewing our contract for another 5 years. That locks us in for us to be able to get rid of our solid waste, guaranteed.
So do you mind standing there? If you have any questions, anyone in the audience have any questions on this? All right, very well. I will close the public input. Council, any questions or comments to Mr. Shute? Immediate and efficient clarification.
Perfect.
All right, thank you, Donnie, for your time. We're all set, council. All right, very well. Here and now, I sense we're ready to vote. All those in favor of resolution 24-34, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Resolution 24-34 passes. Thank you for staying on top of that, Donnie. The only reason is because of your input on that. Thank you. So Jacob, if you would please, resolution 24-35.
Resolution approving the request for proposals for legal services.
Look for a motion to council, please.
Make a motion that we adopt resolution 2435.
Second. Move to second. Thank you, gentlemen. Any necessary clarification on this?
Well, as we discussed at the previous meeting, and I included the letter in your packet, we received word from Jensen Baird that they're no longer wishing to represent us as the town attorney. And their goal is to have us transition to new legal counsel by August 1st. So this is just starting that process by soliciting proposals from qualified firms.
All right, thank you for the clarification, Jacob. I'll look to the audience for any questions or comments on resolution 24-35. Very well, I'll close public input. Any questions or comments, council? Very well, hearing none, I sense we are ready to vote. All those in favor of resolution 24-35, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Ayes have it, resolution 24-35 passes. Jacob, if you would please, resolution 24-36.
Resolution authorizing the expenditure of $3,836 for the purchase of equipping the police department truck to be paid out of the police cruiser reserve.
I'll look for a motion from the council, please.
Make a motion that we adopt resolution 2436.
Second?
Move to second, thank you very much. Jacob, clarification you would like to provide, or is that something I would look to the chief?
I will yield the floor to the chief.
Very well, chief, if you would, please. Thank you.
Vince Morse, Chief of Police. So, yeah, so I did shop around. I know you have some quotes and somewhere up to $20,000 and $10,000. And this was actually a company that I used in Augusta years ago. And I brought the stuff to him and I broke down the old cruiser and asked him to reuse as much as he could. And he was able to reuse, or he says he can reuse just about everything for the new cruiser. So, which saves us a ton of money, you know, not having to buy an $80 armrest, a $40 cup holder. You know, he can reuse all those. There's certain things that he has to buy, but all that stuff is reusable. The Public Works Department broke down the old car, which was great, saved us a bunch of money on labor. So very happy with that. Thank you, Don. So yeah, this was the cheapest quote I could find, and I think it's the best use of town money.
All right, chief, thank you. Do you mind holding on there in case we have any questions there? Anyone in the audience have any questions on resolution 24-36? Very well, I'll close public input. Council, any questions or comments? Very well, hearing none. Thank you, chief. I sense we are ready to vote. All those in favor of resolution 24-36, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Resolution 24-36 passes. Thank you, chief. Jacob, if you will, please, resolution 24-37.
Resolution authorizing the town manager and grant administrator to file an application to the State of Maine Housing Opportunity Program municipal grants in the amount of $42,000 for housing projects and ordinance amendments.
I'll look for a motion from the council, please.
Make a motion that we adopt resolution 2437.
Second. Move to second. Thank you, gentlemen. Before we get to questions and comments, Catherine, would you want to provide a Reader's Digest version, kind of digest it for the information of the audience, please? Thank you.
Catherine, grant administrator. Between the last council meeting and this council meeting, the town manager and I received an email on a subject. And attached to that was a grant application letting us know that a housing grant was available. So at that time, I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to get that written because we had 6 others that were due during the same week. But I did look over the comprehensive plan over the weekend and found that that grant application, I would do my best and notify the town manager I would work on it. And we would apply. The language, as you note on the title, is a little bit different than the usual ones. Usually I say to also to have the town manager accept it and to expend it. I just left it that we would apply because it was a little bit open-ended. So there's up to $50,000 available to towns to work on a housing project. So we submitted a project for a housing study for the comprehensive plan section on housing to be rewritten with all new information that would be available and should be in that, as well as a review of the subdivision ordinance. And we have not had a commercial subdivision in the community that's residential the whole time that the ordinance has been in effect since the late 1990s. And so the planning board has looked over that ordinance and tried to rewrite it. It's very good. It protects the town at 50%, but it's very expensive. And so this would provide consulting services from planning specialists to look at these projects and assist the town. In the comprehensive plan process that we went through back in 2012, the town was given a bid for that, and it was very expensive. So we ended up having to rewrite all the sections except for 2, which KB Cog wrote, and that saved a lot of money. But that was a plan that was gonna be similar to the last 10 years. This 10 years, a lot has changed. We had COVID, the whole world has changed, so your comprehensive plan will change. And so if we were able to get this grant, we'll be ahead, because right now we have no money to go on into the budget for the comprehensive plan. It'll be very expensive. So thank you.
All right, thank you, Catherine. Any, one in the audience have any questions or comments on resolution 2437? All right, very well. I will close the public input. Council, any questions or comments on resolution 2437?
Catherine, is there a match to the grant?
There is no match.
And will it cover implementation at all, or just the research?
It will cover a housing study, which can be the beginnings of implementation, and it would cover the section of the comprehensive plan on housing. That was one of the two expensive ones, along with population. So this would be very helpful. Now, in order to have the comprehensive plan approved, we have to do the whole plan. So this would be a standalone document that went along with the comp plan until we had enough money to do the comp plan ourselves. And as you remember, we applied for the Maine Community Foundation to do the focus groups and facilitator, and that's sort of to do part of the comprehensive plan too. Because when we do the actual plan together, it hasn't made the budget the last several times it was put in. It's a lot of money. So this at least would get a part of it done. So no match, it's not implementation, but it would give us a lot of good projects to do.
Is KV Cog still able to do that second bit about the population?
KV Cog, this is federal money that comes down to the state, and we did get pricing from KV Cog, but it may need to be bid out. Now, it's likely they would be the only bidder.
This part needs to be bid out?
Yes, for these
Okay.
projects, yes, but they did give us a ballpark price so that we could submit the grant application. And right now, they're down on staff, and they have a lot of projects to do, but they may be able to hire additional people too, because of all the work coming down.
And does this have a deadline for implementation, like for completing the grant project? Is it 2026, the deadline to have it completed? The grant project part?
There's a year from when we sign the paperwork, so generally they're hoping to make the awards in June or July, and you know how sometimes
So next
things
year.
go behind. So it would be 1 year to do the project.
Okay.
And there may be, if they're backed up on work, and they did say they couldn't start till this fall, but again, if we assist them with it, we may be able to move it along faster. And that's contingent upon getting it. There may be so many applications, we'll get 1 or 2 of these projects, not all 3 approved.
Anything else, Council?
Thank you.
Yes,
So
yes.
my understanding, we've already applied, you already sent the application, correct?
Yes, we sent the application in, and the reason why I worded it so is because you all didn't know about it, because it came in after the last filing deadline, and we had to file it before this meeting.
So I don't understand why it's here, I guess.
Just after the fact to get approval, but basically for you to know. Because it is a
Yes.
comprehensive
you-
plan is important.
Right, can you explain what the comprehensive plan entails? I haven't seen one before, I'm not familiar.
Certainly, yes, it's a
Can we be brief with it?
yes,
please?
it's a lengthy process, usually takes 10 to 12 months. You go through the entire comprehensive plan, hold sessions with the public and all the affected parties. When we did the last one, we wrote all the sections internally except for 2. This time, I think the comprehensive plan consultant will need to do it, but it updates the importance of the plan, all the changes that have taken place, and then sets goals and objectives for the town to follow. So it's like a blueprint for the town.
So what we might want for future housing, what we might want to eliminate of
Exactly.
current housing?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it's a very important item considering the condition of housing in the state of Maine.
And it encompasses like the employers that you want to attract, information about the school, population, agriculture, like all the different sectors of town. It kind of lays out like where you are and where you want to go and some of the steps that the council can take to get us there, some of the policy stuff.
The 2013 comprehensive plan is in sections and it's on the middle of the town's website on the front page.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else, Council? All right, very well, hearing none, since we are ready to vote, all those in favor of resolution 24-37, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Ayes have it, resolution 24-37 passes. Jacob, let's wrap up this evening, please, with resolution 24-38.
Resolution authorizing the town manager and grant administrator to file an application to T-Mobile for a hometown grant Q1 2024 in an amount not to exceed $50,000 for a community digital sign.
I will look for a motion from the council, please.
Make a motion that we adopt resolution 2438.
Second.
Moved and seconded, thank you, gentlemen. Clarification on this required or no? Good to go? Okay. Anyone in the audience have any questions or comments on resolution 24-38?
We want to tell them what the project is.
Any questions or comments? All right, very well, I'll close public input. That's why I was asking clarification, and the information is in the package. Council, any questions or comments on resolution 24-38?
Well, I assume we'll approve this, but at a later date, we'll decide where it's going.
That's correct.
Okay, that's.
Yes.
All right, anything else, council? Please.
Thank you, Catherine Ruth. I submitted enough information so that we could start the process, but the police chief, town manager, code enforcement officer, and Howard, if you would like, and myself will work on the locations. We have a lot of information that's coming in. We recently met with a digital sign producer who had some really good ideas. I've talked to 8 of them now, so we will be bringing this back to you.
Okay, thank you.
So the council votes on the location that they suggest.
Correct.
Yes, that's why it's worded the way that it is.
It looks like it's a mobile unit, so we could, no.
No.
Not at all.
If it's a mobile unit, chief will have it on Somerset Avenue, using it as a speed limit sign. You already thought about it, haven't you? Yeah,
It is capable.
yeah, see, there you have it.
Yeah, single fashion.
All right. Anything else, council? All right, very well, hearing none, since we are ready to vote, all those in favor of resolution 24-38, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Ayes have it, resolution 24-38, that takes care of our new business for this evening. So we'll move into discussion items, and I will start with public comment. So open-ended, anyone in the audience have any questions or comments or anything they'd like to discuss this evening? Yes, Catherine.
Yes, Catherine Ruth. I would just like to thank all of our associates for their assistance on the earmark on the water system engineering and construction for Birchwood Terrace. It's a project that we long needed to do. The earmark was something new for us to do. I've never ran around and got so many letters and narrative in my life in such a quick period of time. And it worked, but it wouldn't have worked if we hadn't have gotten the figures and the backing from all of our associates. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
Anyone else in the audience have anything like to discuss? Please come forward and state your name if you would, please.
Yes, I'm Nicholas Rowe, and I'm the owner of 156 Harris Street. And I am asking about Second Street that goes between my 2 properties. And I talked to the CEO on it and on shoot. And just trying to figure out what's going on with that old street.
All right, do you want to provide some input on that, please? I don't have the answers, so I'm gonna ask him to.
Also craft code enforcement. So Second Street, from what I understand, is it's a paper street. Now it's pretty much a backyard. It's never been used, it hasn't been used in years. He was getting his property surveyed, and they ran into the issue where there's a road there. And we really have no use for it. We don't need it. And I can see it becoming a bigger issue, such as Taylor Road, that situation that you guys are aware of. And he would like to see it kind of dismantled and.
All right, well, actually, I think we'll have to get some clarification on what the town can and can't do, and then we'd have to bring it before the council for a resolution or ordinance of some type, but I know we had mentioned it at the last meeting, so I know we've got the CEO involved with it, so. I mean, the machinations of government sometimes go very slow, but I think, with the people we have in here, we can get it, acted upon fairly soon. At least get the ball rolling so that we can present to the council.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nicholas, you mentioned that you were having it surveyed.
Yes,
Are you-
I'm in process right now having a survey.
Okay, are you like under a timeline that you're like selling the property or developing it in a way that this needs to be done in a certain period of time, or is it more informational for the
Basically,
survey?
just the information for the
Okay.
survey part itself.
Okay, I just wanted to know, so we can like meet needs if needs are there. if
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for your input. Anything else from anyone else in the audience? Well, once, twice gone. All right, I will close to public input and I will start with the council. Ladies first, Natalia, if you have anything you'd like to bring
I
up.
don't have a lot to add. Great presentations. Appreciate all of the updates. Look forward to the new charter work. No additional comments from me. Thank you.
All set?
Mhm.
And I shall go to Heather.
Thank you to Donnie and Chief. Good job on the contracts and looking for ways to save the town money. You know, quality department heads are really important and you both provide really good district leadership for your departments, so thank you for that. And really excited, to read and get Jacob's notification about the, Birchwood Terrace project and the grant for that. It's been an ongoing issue with lots of things popping up from time to time, so it's nice to know that that is going to be addressed. And I'm guessing now we need to incorporate it into our paving plan, if we're gonna be turning it up and putting water lines in. When is that scheduled? Like, have we gotten as far as like when that work will be scheduled and
No,
to bid it out and stuff?
Oliver, myself, and Donnie are gonna sit down very soon and work out the logistics of that. and what that looks like.
And have a good weekend.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
All right, thank you, Heather. I'll go from youngest to second oldest. Jason.
Yeah, it's great to see the collaboration between departments and, you know, doing what you can to save residents money. That's always important. Really appreciate the, you know, the grants that we're getting. I think they're gonna help us in the long run. Getting a digital sign is fantastic. I think hopefully we can focus on grants that are bigger and more infrastructure wise. I know they're probably tough to get, Catherine, and but I'm hopeful that we can get them. Infrastructure is very important, and that's kind of the biggest need I think we have in town, but doing a good job and really appreciate the work. I know it's not easy, so it's appreciative
Thank you.
of that. Want to say thank you to the Elks, $2,000 to diapers go a long way, so that's fantastic. Appreciate that, Mike. And I like the changes upstairs, getting the glass out of the way and computers up on that front desk. I think that's very helpful to the residents, and it's just nice to walk in there and not have a barrier. And welcome aboard, Angel. And that's about it. Jacob, enjoy your vacation.
That's it.
That's it. Yep, good.
Excuse me. I had that before. Who's finished? Craig, you're next. Excuse me, can't speak.
It's like candy.
Oh, my God. No, just gonna kind of have a couple of thoughts, I guess. Big thanks to Mike and the Elks. That's huge. And Chief Morris for, you know, really putting the program together in a way to benefit this town and focus on our people. Looking forward to, you know, the continuation of this charter revision, these discussions. I think this is obviously long overdue. And it is gonna be a major project, I think, but I think it's something that is necessary. And doing nothing but setting ourselves up for the next 20 years. And I think that's just the best part of this. So thank you to everybody that showed up tonight. It's awesome to kind of pick our heads up from discussion, see a full room, this is great. And, yeah, so that's about it. I would wish Jacob, a happy vacation, but I'm jealous, so I won't.
Feel the love, huh?
We'll see. Thank you. That's it.
You go.
Well, Jacob, I guess
Wow.
you're gonna be here for a while. Get used to the abuse, okay?
There.
I really want to thank, everybody who did show up tonight, because this is a great showing compared to what we've had in the past. And, I got a question for Donnie, woodpile open when? The,
Yeah, good question.
Well, yes, we pilot, by the way the weather looks, except for the 2 to 5 or 6 inches that's going up to sea this weekend.
Yeah.
It looks like it's probably gonna be March 30th. It looks like the frost is out of the ground, it's starting to solidify the wind, even though we hate it up there, it's dried everything up, so. It
Okay.
looks like it's gonna open a week or 2 early, so yeah, we're planning for the 30th.
Sounds great, thank you. I want to take particular, pleasure in doing this charter review, because it's been a thorn in our side for several years and several terms.
You're being very conservative, I think.
Yes. So that's a good thing. Also want to thank Catherine for, working on the grant for the signage. It's been kind of a pet project of several of us in this room for, some time. And I think it's long overdue to, advertise our presence and, the ongoing, functions that are happening in this town, and, this gives us an opportunity to do it. Again, that's work well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
With respect to Oliver Associates and working on Birchwood, my understanding is they're doing the whole street, both sewer and water, but they're bypassing 231 Birchwood.
Just remember, I know where you live.
Remember, I got 2 dogs, you got 1.
Now we all know where you live.
And to the chief and Mike, working on this, and the chief for the cruiser, the truck, updating it, Donnie, the work that he got done on it, it's a big help to the town and shows really great cooperation between different departments in the town, different citizens in the town, and groups in the town, which is long overdue. And I think that 2024 is going to be the start of some good stuff happening here. And in spite of that, Jacob, I hope you come back safely a week or so. Enjoy it.
Hope that.
Yep.
Well, I want to start off, you have a fantastic vacation. You get a call, don't answer it. If it's important, you'll see it on the news. We'll take care of it. We're all set. So yeah, I'd start that out pretty good, huh? So I can't add to anything that has already been said. Every one of the councils have already mentioned something that I want to mention briefly. I just want to kind of overall say, look at the people in this room, look at the councils, the citizens, the taxpayers, the employees. Look at the cross-section employees we have here. I mean, that's the cream of the crop, and the representation of the organizations we have in town. Welcome aboard to the new employees. I was told recently that, I was asked about Pittsfield and what we're doing on the council, this and that, and I apparently took a very long breath, and I was very animated. My eyes got big and I sparkled, and it's just one of those things. I didn't realize that, and this person was kind of stunned by how passionate I was about Pittsfield. I am about Pittsfield, so I think what we represent in this town, the potential we have, not only in this room with the people and the organizations that we have and the momentum that we've been building. I'm very, very enthused for the future, and I will feel very comfortable being the old wise oracle sitting on my porch. In business terms, consultant. So with that, thank you all very much for everything you do for this town. Thank you very much, council, for volunteering the hours that you do. Jacob, once again, appreciate you having on board, and so with that, I will call the meeting and look for a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn. Second.
We are adjourned.